much more street Dota than this.
No, it doesn't. And it's TB versus PL. If we're going to get a 60-minute game, it's going to be Eternal Envy versus Monkeys Forever, Boris, the 1v5 god on the other side. PL versus TB, two late-game heroes that want 6 items. This is going all the way.
All right, tell me, how long do you think this game is going to last, friend?
62 minutes and 32 seconds.
62. All right. That seems pretty fair. I like that number.
Very reasonable, yeah. I think
Very.
Eternal Envy is going to win the game with a ballista on TB.
Oh, Lord. I could see that happening, honestly. This is the state of NA Dota, that we could see these ridiculous predictions coming out and the perfect neutral item being awarded.
If that happens, people are really going to believe that Gaben's emailing me things. Like, if I get that prediction right.
Do have plenty of lockdown, though, coming out from the side of Toobased. Lots of nuke damage as well. I expect to see a very tanky line coming out from 5 up. Z-Freak, though, snapping up this rune. Monkeys is gonna get held in place a little bit, take a decent amount of damage, but of course has plenty of regen. Eternal Envy still hanging out here. Doing a little spin on the catwalk.
Oh my, this is the most envy
This
thing.
waves hello to Monkeys. Because you know what?
Why?
Moo's here. Moo's here, and Moo's gonna help put a little damage down. But this is time that Envy could be hitting creeps with that meta. Do you get a pause?
Oh god. Envy. No other carry would do this.
It all begins now. The mind games, they begin.
There's gonna
why
be
would
like
he do this? Why?
3 creeps are gonna die in this lane, and nobody is going to be there. And Envy's like, that's worth it.
But did you see the 3 clicks that he put on Monkeys Forever?
I did see that. I mean, it was intimidating.
It was, you gotta, it's that, big envy energy. The bee, get it? Ha! Big envy energy. He's just strolling down here, chasing after Monkeys Forever. I want to know what Monkeys is thinking right now. Like, what the hell is happening?
His meta's down. Like, it's
He
about
didn't even
down.
get the deny on that creep.
He has 0 CS and his meta's gone.
There we go.
Okay.
All right, now he's got more CS than Monkeys has. So it was all part of the plan, all part of the plan.
My god. Okay, I gotta say, this is actually really good for Monkeys because Sand King is complete garbage until level 3. Like, if you are getting a free first wave on Sand King, the game is so easy for you. That is his weakest point, by far. He's like one of the worst heroes in the early game. He's like Morphling level bad.
Well, Envy might just want to play it on hard mode and wants to do Monkeys a solid here. Who knows? You gotta have that big arc right before the actual fight. And, like, this is it. This is, like, you're playing to stay in these qualifiers. You lose this, you're out completely.
Yeah,
so it doesn't get much more anime than that. Back against the wall, 80s montage music going down.
And what's more anime than picking, jumping and slamming Earthshaker in a elimination best of 3 third game. And he's having a good time so far.
Seems to be going pretty well for him.
That's one advantage that Earthshaker has, even over this new type of PL, where you build to, like, play fights from far away. That is still a 20-minute timing, so until that point, Earthshaker will do very well versus PL, including in the laning stage.
Mm-hmm. Do have the bottles online, though, for the mid laners. They're picking up their water runes. And so far, it feels like I Annihilate. He feels very comfortable on the Selena. He's got a bit of an advantage here in terms of CS. And Empyrean sitting very low, but he swoops underneath the tower here. Z-Freak is forced to teleport out. Almost not surviving that. Look at him. He is burning to a crisp, but need to put out those flames. It's going to be just fine, but Boris is going to need to do a little bit of regen here.
Space for King RD. He is chilling in the lane because it's pushed out, so it would be a lot worse to TP home like that if your core can't lane because it's pushed up. but he's fine.
And I'm getting some strong, like, throwback to Pain Gaming vibes right now, seeing him on this Earthshaker, to be quite honest, because, you know, that's how he kind of got really popular, was on Pain Gaming as a position 4. Obviously, this has been quite a while. Things have changed quite a bit since then, but getting some strong vibes here.
It does make me wonder, is he going to go the more traditional, like, 4 type build, where you get a Blink Dagger because it's so good at, like, the jump initiation versus PL, or will he go for this nerfed Aghanim Scepter build, where that was always the 3 Earthshaker thing, but it's been nerfed so many times, and a big reason Earthshaker fell off. Like, I'm curious to see what he goes in terms of items in this game on Earthshaker.
Will be interesting for sure, especially because we have not seen this hero quite a while. Ryoya here, having to use that Spirit Siphon on Annihilate. Just going to keep chasing after him. He's going to have the LSA in a moment if he decides to try to go and land it. Lands squarely over onto Ryoya. Do they have quite enough damage? Oh, needs one more hit. Annihilate not going to tank this tower for too long. He's going to back off in the top lane to Empyrean again, just barely making it out. Very few hit points. Have to salve himself. He did use his salve earlier on Boris, so I think we can allow him this salve. What do you think, Jenkins?
Yeah, he gets this one. He gets this one. Boris has 12 magic wand charges, so he's chilling on regen. That's one advantage any hero has against Earthshaker, is that the constant spam of Enchant Totem means that you will have tons of wand charges for free.
I like the pickup of the infused raindrops here too, over on the Earthshaker. That's something I feel like we just don't see enough of. Generally.
I agree. At the Major, everybody was getting raindrops. Like, that was a huge thing in the Major. Was filling up your inventory slots with efficient items. If it wasn't raindrops, it was fluffy hats.
Oh yes, I do remember the fluffy hats.
It's really good. It's like, these items are too cheap for what they do, and you pass some certain HP threshold with raindrops and fluffy hats, and all of a sudden, like, every single spell needs to be cast on you for the enemy team to kill you, and it doesn't cost a lot. So why not do it?
Nothing wrong with the cheap items. Nice cookie hop landing over onto 2 with the enchant totem. I don't think Empyrean is going to be able to save this time around. So he is going to be the first blood going over to Z-Freak.
Strong combo between these two heroes, Earthshaker, Snapfire. I wasn't even thinking about, like, the cookie combo, but there's a lot of chain lockdown and also nuke damage coming out from these two up here. There they go again.
Right on in again, but Boris is going to be able to turn it right back around. Count might fall for this, actually. Although, no, not being able to follow up. Not going to be able to do it. I'm surprised that Ryoya walked all the way back home. In fact, he's going to leave this rune open for Annihilate, who now has himself a double damage bottled.
Yeah, usually when you do the walk home from mid or TP home, you buy boots, so that way you can get out faster to the lane, but I suppose if you're DP, it's not that big of a deal.
Are they going to kill King Al? Look, he can't hit him because of the flame spirits. Oh, that always feels the worst.
Yeah, that is no fun. A Z-Freak should get Empyrean here, though. Yeah.
Yes, he will. He was trying. He thought for a minute. He ends up, you know, trying to get that pathing up to possibly get the denial. But do you have a rotation now over here to the mid lane? You can see 5 up also here. Trying to make some moves on this Death Prophet. It looks like she wants to just kick back and continue to farm for a little bit. Didn't pick up the Exorcism just yet, but we do have the Laguna Blade online for the Lena.
A lot of these games that Toobased have been winning in this qualifier, Denny has been absolutely popping off. I know we didn't quite see it in the previous 2 games. He did well game 1, and game 2 was a little rough, but like it is in their MO now for Denny to have really solid games like this. Oh,
Monkey's just a little bit too short with the Burrow Strike, and look at this rotation that they put down here. They made Annihilate come down. Again, does have the Laguna Blade. Would have been a nice gank had he been able to land it, but Monkey's is still hanging out here. He's going to try to get some vision, and at the very least, they're pushing them away from their lane currently. Like, look at this. Look at Annihilate. He's big mad. He would love to be able to go and perform this gank, but that's a lot of time that he spent now chasing after this Terrorblade. Does have 5 up nearby, though. Perhaps they can make a wrap play here. They start moving towards Ryoya. Do have Moo nearby. Moo, of course, not level 6 just yet. The swoop in over onto Ryoya immediately. Going to slow him down just a tiny bit. They have the Laguna, they have the LSA, they have the lockdown. And that is an Exorcism used for what? No, all right, there's the nuke, though, coming out from Moo. So he will get himself a little bit of revenge here for the the Death Prophet.
Yeah, the worst thing about using Exo and then dying is that if you use it and it's kind of wasted, it's still 35 seconds where the enemy team can't fight you. And so the cooldown on it is reduced by a fairly hefty amount by virtue of that. But when you immediately die, it's like this huge window where I can go do whatever the hell he wants, and he knows there's not going to be an equivalently strong mid laner coming in to... Oh, Envy. He has
5
no
up
TP.
is so close to him right now. He can smell him in that tree line. There he is.
No.
There's the anime. There's the stuns. They even throw out the high fives. Hey, Envy, what you doing there, buddy? All right, someone on his team has to high five him though now. Come on, guys, don't leave him hanging. Oh,
there. Yeah, okay.
That feels bad.
Yeah, that was rude. I can guarantee you that King RD TP'd in, and Envy screamed at him to cancel the TP. Like, he knew that he made a mistake, and that, like, Envy will do these plays as a carry where he puts himself in a precarious situation to, like, maximize greed. Oh, I don't think
they found themselves, but I don't think they can get this kill either. I would like to highlight the fact that Monkeys Forever, though, is very close to the Blink Dagger. He still has Epicenter. They're smoked up, and they're making their way towards the mid tower. And they're creeping
wrapping
forward.
around once again. Monkeys, I love the way that he's angling to take these gangs.
Fantastic. Yeah,
look at this. Oh my.
Has no idea what's waiting in the trees. Now he does as he walks right in. The follow up the burrow strike. The rest of the team is hustling to get over there. They'll drop a sentry. They'll spot out that there was indeed vision behind this tower. Monkeys, though, gonna sit right next to it, daring anyone. Come on, touch it. I dare you. I dare you to go for this ward.
So
I know they take it anyways.
I know it sounds like I'm just overhyping up Monkeys, but hear me out on this. What he just did, of course, if he had his team with him, it looks a lot better because they actually get a kill off of that. But what that play is, this is something that OG did in TI8 originally, where they would do these kind of wraparound plays, sometimes just with Seb, where they would zone out the enemies, like just creating this fear factor where it's like, I'm going to get you, I'm going to get you. And then they run away from the tower into the tier 2, which secures the tier 1, where it's like, you can't have these enemy heroes positioned in the trees where they're ready to set up to defend that because Monkeys is creating this fear factor. Like, of course, obviously, if his team was there, they probably would have gotten that kill and it would have been better. But still, the fact that you force Moo to position out of the trees and you force them to like TP in to the tier 2 to defend Moo, and Moo has to place the center, all of these things results in the tower just going down for absolutely free. Whereas like a defense could have been set up by bumblebees if that little wraparound didn't happen.
I mean, it's sort of the same thing. Whenever you have these large-scale ultimates, the threat of them can be sometimes greater than anything else. Like you said, Monkeys hiding in the tree line, they're unsure where he is, and then they do actually spot him, but they also are afraid of the fact he has this epicenter. He has the mobility to get in. In fact, they're going to be using this to their advantage here as Monkeys coming around the corner, waiting patiently to see which one is the actual Envy as he sends those illusions off. He's being very patient. He does have the Blink Dagger. He starts channeling up the jump forward the finger, and that's a dead Envy. That's gonna be triggering with that laugh.
I can't help it, dude. His laugh literally cures diseases, man. Holy shit. That's a great laugh. I'm sure he's actually laughing like that too in team comms, especially because it's Envy that's dying. It's always funny to kill Envy.
This is Earthshaker's debut in the TI10 Qualifiers. Wow, 104 heroes have been picked. 106 have been picked or banned, but this is his first time showing up here. As we get some long-range kisses coming out here over on 5 up. Take a decent amount of damage. Is it enough? He's cooking down, but nope. He will survive. So Z-Freak launching the kisses, but unfortunately unable to get a kill with them.
Malding. I would mauled if I had used all of the kisses like that. He aimed them pretty nicely, too. Like, he was sniping them there. Just not quite enough damage. Not even Tranquil Boots on the line. It was just a Tango that was regenning him.
Number 2, he needs to be careful here. He's got to be able to burrow strike away. He's just getting nuked down, though, as he will be next to fall.
Hey, where the hell did the gem go? I'm confused.
It got shuffled around quite a bit.
I need to find the gem. It definitely got shuffled. Where is it? Is it on a courier somewhere?
It's on the courier. It's on Snaps.
It is on a
Snaps
courier. Okay, I see it.
Phoenix and Purian, he was trying to do some cheeky plays here, but he's got to be careful because now it's looking like he's going to be very dead. Cookie Hop from Z-Fruit will fry up this chicken.
I get why he's doing some silly play there to try to steal the Aegis. Like, I would feel the same anxiety to make a play just because this is the second Roshan. You're going to have an Aghanim Shard, very likely on Envy. 2 Metamorphoses, essentially. Oh, wait, no, actually, it gives you the Demon Zeal.
It's Demon Zeal.
I literally made fun of another caster for making that mistake. I think I made fun of Kyle. That is definitely the Aghanim Scepter. Who do you give the Ag Shard to? Let's see. It's okay on Earthshaker. Okay, he's going to take it.
Yeah, Earthshaker. It's not as good. Remember when this first came out and how broken it was? Oh my god.
Yeah, it's definitely not. Nowhere near as good, but
no.
It's
still good though when you
it's
consider
still disruptive.
What it does. Yeah.
Yeah, you can like interrupt things. You can interrupt like the epicenter. You can stop the Phoenix's Sunray. Like there are things that make it annoying in this game for sure.
For sure, we've got the completed pipe over here on monkeys now. Just gonna try to just cut waves. Try not to give them advantage. Just have to be careful though because they do have the gem. Jump forward here from Z-Freak. It's on him. The kick back, the silence. The amount of damage coming out is more than enough to take down monkeys forever. As they're going to turn their attention now to the tower. They are gonna have to wait a second before the wave shows up, but here it is, and there they go. The line being drawn down mid right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how important it is to push mid or bot. You don't have any counter tower pressure from Toobased, so there's no threat for them to have to go back to their base. It's just waves of creeps. Like there's no reason they have to leave here. You have to fight them if you're Toobased, but you don't have monkeys forever.
He is a big part of your initiation for sure. They will hold for now though. We'll push them back. Boris teleporting back in. They're gonna have monkeys back up in about 7 seconds, so looks like the side of the bees are deciding to just back off, continue to farm up. Envy's got some very nice net worth currently, sitting at about 19.7k, and is getting closer and closer to that data list. So they'll smoke. See if anybody dares to come out of the base here.
Oh, double damage. That's a big juicy rune right there.
It is indeed.
Envy's looking girthy. Gotta be careful.
Radiant are scanning.
Got a Crystallis too. Those little mini crits are gonna do a lot of damage in this fight.
Look at this positioning now. Still smoked.
Oh, they want to go for the kill.
Yeah, they're going forward here, Moo, dropping the ward. They see it immediately. They know they're smoked. Look at the positioning immediately coming out from the side of Toobased as they back off. That one ward giving away quite a bit of information. So they're not going to get the initiation that they want over on the side of the bees.
Both teams playing it really safe, which a lot of riding on this
everything.
Game. So yeah, I
no one wants to go home here. You don't want to make one silly mistake that causes a cascade of sorrow.
Yeah. A lot of pressure for these teams. I can understand it. Been there. It's TI qualifiers. It's always a tough, nerve-wracking time of the year, more so than any other tournaments. It's like people that don't have nerves for other qualifiers, for other tournaments, will have it for TI just because it's such a big deal in Dota. Like even aside from the money, it's the dream, right? It's like everybody thinks about TI. It's Dota's this like quote unquote, top heavy esport. It's like it's all about TI for Dota players, especially these older ones who have been here for 9 TIs, watched 9 TIs in front of them.
Play moving down towards monkeys. See the fissure coming out from King Ao. Another silence. Shiva, Z-Freak, of course, with the gem, wants to make sure that they can punish monkeys, and indeed they will. But that is a little bit of space now, although they're all going to immediately teleport to this outpost. I like this play. I love this. Clean up the mess and get right back to business.
And Monkeys is probably going to have to buy back for this because Envy, I think will pop his meta, even though maybe
Tyrion? Tyrion trying to do some cheeky play, I guess, try to draw them away, buy a bit more time, but now he is also dead for an even longer period. I'm a bit confused by this move. But again, nerves are coming into play. Envy is going to get stunned. Still has that Aegis online, though. Have to be very aware of that. The buyback now coming out from Phoenix. Let's see if they can push them out of the way. Envy still, of course, having Sunder up, still has that BKB. We'll go for the Sunder play now. Doesn't have a lot of mana here. They'll go right back in, start putting pressure over onto the racks. You can see they're reluctant to find the opening, but they do have the Sand King back up. Have to be careful, though, of course. This Exorcism does a lot of damage. Monkey's trying to get into the right position, but of course you have to be aware, too, of Mr. King Al. He's going to immediately try to re-engage, but they take the tower. It's a nice find here as well. The Minotaur Horn, always a nice pickup. Against all the silences and whatnot.
20 strength is a lot on TB as well. That's definitely an underrated component to the item. On a hero like TB, who already does so much damage, like, you don't really need a damage item. Although I say that, and I would wager that Envy's probably going to take the Penta Edge. So, oh no, he's not. Okay.
Monkeys? All right, well, he just jumps in the middle of everyone, and he's dead. There's no buyback. Nice fissure coming out again. They find 5 up over on the side. Envy, you didn't finish him off quite yet. There we go. All right, we finished up the kill. The Mortimer's Kisses shelling in hot here. Empyrean is next to fall. Z-Freak is getting bullied here by Boris. The follow-up, though, there's so many people here. Nice save coming out from Moo again, trying to keep Z-Freak alive. Buyback coming out from Lion. He's trying to find an opening. Boris trying to just skirt away. Doesn't want to take this fight without the rest of his team. In a bit of a predicament here, though. He's slowed down quite a bit. Does have that doppel online. Still buying some more space, but King Aoi finds him with the Fissure. And they should be able to silence him into place. Can they hold him down long enough? I Annihilate joining back in as his 5 up. As it goes, they pop the BKB. King Ao is out of the equation, but Envy with his own BKB on the hunt, trying to find anything he can. They're not going to be able... Oh, they have the hits! The BKB duration, it's not long enough! The follow-up with this chain gun hits coming out from I Annihilate. Do they have the follow-up, though? Boris, he wants to go back in. He wants to get this kill. The Scatter Blast, though, coming out from Z-Freak as he jumps onto the back line. Boris, he's down! He's taken out 5 up! Is just in the middle of everyone, trying to manage and trying to get rid of some of these illusions. Z-Freak, though, somehow still alive. He's going to fall. 5 up is down. Monkey's now running for his life, blinking away. Boris is down for 90-something seconds. 5 up is also dead. What just happened?
I have no idea. I mean, this is... Okay. Number one, Z-Freak's a Chad. We'll put that out there. We can see how buff he's looking in his picture. It's clearly not Photoshopped King RD's body. He's a Chad jumping in and being like, guys, like, what the hell are we doing running away from this? We can fight them. They're all dead. They're overcommitted here. Like, let's just go in. Envy with the TP out. I don't know if I want to call it nerves or what, because I don't know if Envy has nerves. Like, he's just, once again, with that middle brain that he has, I'm not sure what he feels. It's on some level above what we can understand. But the TP out just seemed like it didn't make much sense. Like, they were winning that fight. And then the turnaround, like, they're giving a little too much respect almost to how strong Toobased is. Like, I Annihilate almost got 2-shot by Envy, and then Envy TP's away from him.
It's nerves. It's got to be here.
It's got to be nerves.
A little bit too late. I mean, it's a big game. You don't want to be the one sitting at home having to watch these. You want to be playing.
I disagree, Moxie. I really enjoy casting these games.
I enjoy casting these games with you too, Jenkins. It feels like a very Sam and Frodo moment where, you know, it's at the end of time watching NA Dota. I'm glad that I'm here with you, Jenkins. I'm glad that you're the one sitting here casting this Eternal Envy game with me.
Why did Frodo take the ring? It doesn't make any sense.
What do you mean?
He was just a random character, and all of a sudden he gets the ring. Gandalf made a big mistake. Anyway, what's going on here?
Yeah, we got to stop this because I will start arguing with you because you know me, I love Lord of the Rings, and this will clearly devolve. You are definitely baiting me. Don't do it, please. Regen run getting popped though.
Yeah, speaking of baiting, I like that Envy has this backpack bottled. He's kind of like baiting and, you know, waiting for a double damage rune to come out. Just expecting
He's gonna will it into that's that middle brain of his, Jenkins. He's gonna will it into existence. He's that powerful.
Sammy Boy said to me like 1 to 2 years ago or something like that, back when he was spamming the crap out of this TB and qualified for a minor with the hero. He said that the timing to end the game on TB is a bottled double damage rune. And now when he said that, it was back in the day when 2 runes spawned past 40 minutes. So it was much more likely to play for that. It was less silly. But you can see Envy is kind of taking that mentality here, and I don't blame them. They have full control of the map. Why not wait for a DD? You can. It sounds ridiculous, but...
Did you just see what I Annihilate just did? What your boy Denny just did?
Where was he? Where did he kill that?
Yeah, over by this camp over by the tier 2 here in the middle
cheeky.
lane. Cheeky indeed. That feels bad here for Envy. He's looking forward to that Satanic.
Oh, that's his whole Satanic, eh? But I suppose he can't get it because of the no courier. Like, you'd have to walk back to base, which he's not going to do. Passing the bottle around, Ryoya now bottles up the Arcane Rune, which is really nice. Yeah, this is a solid play. Like, this, you should never sell your bottle late game. It's 2 value in almost any game. Like, even an Arcane Rune on Terrorblade would be really strong right now. But then Death Prophet is a fairly obvious choice as well.
And we have so many shards into play now. It's actually wild.
Dude, this Sand King shard used to be like the worst thing in the game because it would just show you in fog. You could see it in fog and through smokes. But now they fixed that. It doesn't even pulse unless there's like creeps around.
I wish I had a slightly different sound than like the channeling. But to say this, Moo, on the edge of danger here. But the rest of the team sweeping forward. We do have the Agnum Scepter completed now for Z-Freak as well. So we're going to see some yeetenings happening.
Okay. Yeah, you don't normally see this item on Snapfire.
Oh, though. All right. All right, monkeys. Gotta be careful, though. There's a lot of other people in the vicinity here. We'll use the Yules to ensure that he can make a cleaner escape. But look how fast Ryoya is just zipping in. The Burrow Strike comes out. Blink Dagger on cooldown. They have the yeet. They have the vision on monkeys. They're going to punish him for that cheeky play when he could have just simply walked away from the engagement. Nah, he had to poke Z-Freak, and Z-Freak pokes right back.
Well, he threw a creep, and then the creep poked through exploding. I'm sure the creep's finger may have most likely poked in the act. Poked him before he died. I don't know what the hell.
There's a lot of instances of the word poke there.
I don't know what I'm saying. Back to you, Moxie.
Anyways, we have the Agnum Scepter online for Eternal Envy. We have an Aegis that got picked up during all of this here. He is ready to go. We talked about that double damage rune being the time to end, but Envy feels very strong. Heart is completed here for Boris as that wave of terror just pushing everyone away. Terror wave, sorry. Wave of terror, of course, is a different spell. I don't know why we have these names like this. Come on, Valve. Make something more flavorful. Finger gets tossed out by 5 up, just trying to push Envy out. He will finish up the racks, though.
What is the timing for Toobased to fight? You would think PL Heart Octarine, you're fairly strong, but the issue with slowly poking and taking fights from afar against the Bumblebees right now is that Death Prophet and Chibi are going to be melting your buildings while you're slowly poking at them. So, like, you have to commit. These heroes force you to commit, which is something that I definitely overlooked in the draft. And I'm, you know, depending on the game, how the game was going, maybe it wouldn't happen like this where it's a problem. But right now they have to address it. Like, they have to jump the back lines. They have to do some smoke wraparound play with Monkeys Forever and I Annihilate and somehow kill Moo before the fight starts, because they can't slowly poke. That's not going to work with the heroes they have on the Bees.
I mean, we talked about this earlier, how, you know, we've been seeing some nice plays coming out from Monkeys and his positioning. This would be the ultimate test if he's able to find the angle, find that opening, and be able to blow up Moo, because he's getting these spells off, and it's a huge problem. They can't allow that to happen. Plus, the counter initiation is just so strong, too. So, you know, yes, you are Sand King. Maybe you jump on the back lines, but all of a sudden you're going to have King Owl there. You're going to have, you know, the save coming out from Z-Freak with Gobble Up. You've got so many options coming out from the side of the Bees, and there it is. There's that Satanic being delivered now. We've got the Spider Leg, or not Spider Legs, my bad.
Illusionist Cape.
Illusion Cape.
He's not the best in this game because of Lion being able to just insta-kill the illusions, but still, the stats are not bad on it for Agi Hero.
All right. Well, the pressure is definitely being applied here. So it feels like the side of Toobased, they've got to be getting nervous. And I like this. Look at the way that Monkeys is sitting. He's got his little friend, the Sentry Ward here. It's a little seal. I like it. It's adorable, much like Monkeys Forever's dogs that he has. But just trying to get any information if they, you know, try to make this jump or place any wards inside the base, he can instantly get away.
I'm struggling to see how Toobased takes the fight, but still the bees are being really respectful of the fact that if they do get the right jump on Toobased, they could swing the game. They're not going to run down mid and get any barracks or anything like that if they win a fight. I think that's very unlikely. You have a lot of buybacks available. Oh, Boris!
Boris getting spotted immediately. The jump forward, but he's able to double away. There it is! The Echo Slam that blows up 5 up almost immediately. The buybacks are coming out. They've got the Sunray. They're trying to keep Boris alive, but it's not looking like he's going to be able to. He buys a little bit more time thanks to the Sunray. Long range kisses coming in hot, but no, he's going to survive. Look at that beautiful burrow strike following up on 4 heroes here as they're just going to try to burst them down. Z-Freak will fall 5 up, though also falling during this engagement. Turtle Envy, he is a big boy, though. He's still alive. They're trying to blow up Ryoya. Do they have enough damage? He's got the cheese. He's going to be able to survive just a little bit longer, but they have so much damage. The buyback coming out now from the Snapfire. The zip coming through. Envy going in for this play here as he's trying to put out more damage over into Boro. No, eventually the Aegis is going to pop. They have to reset here. They have to find this opening. King Ao getting into position. The follow-up, though, from Monkeys. Do they have the damage is the question, as Eternal Envy is able to just walk away. They have the Lotus on him. Monkeys waiting patiently over here, waiting to just see if they can re-engage on this. Coming in, they see I Annihilate. He's a little out of position. King Ao, can they blow him up fast enough? Yes, they can. That is a dead Lina. They have buyback, though. 98 seconds otherwise. They get a quick pick off.
All right, that high ground ward is really paying off from Moo. That is
Indeed.
2 incredibly crucial jumps that it's gotten, and Empyrean's too afraid to walk over and de-ward it. Or maybe he didn't see it with night vision.
I don't know. Can you blame him, though? It's pretty scary to go anywhere near any vision because the amount of just aggression that is just oozing out of the bees right now.
Yeah, let's make it 3. Let's make it 3 pickoffs. Okay, they kill with the illusions on PL.
Smart.
Yeah.
Safe.
Yep. I mean, that fight went just about as perfectly as possible for Toobased. That was a 4-man Earth Spike from 5 up into 4-man Lina Stun into 4-man Burrow Strike. Like, you can't. It's hard to conceive of how the fight would go better for them, and then also Ryoya wasn't even. Well, I suppose. Yeah, Ryoya wasn't there to do damage. He was, like, down on the bot racks, like, trying to be an objective gamer. So it really can't go better for Toobased. Like, they're going to need to make some crazy good decisions to win this game.
Oh, monkeys. They don't have the vision just yet. Looks like he's going to be able to buy a bit more time. They'll hide the courier over on the side as well. There's going to be the Yules. You do still have 5 up waiting patiently here. Burrow Strike, though, coming out. The jump forward again. There's the Hex. Can they blow him up? No, he manages to use an Aeon Disc. He's going to be absolutely fine. His monkeys, though, getting healed up by the Sunray. He's going to be able to re-engage here. The amount of damage coming out over here onto King Ao, very scary, as they do manage to go throw out that wave of terror, or terror wave, or whatever you want to call it. The thing that makes everybody run away because they're scared of Terror Blade. Oh, God, I hate that name. But yes, they disengage, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Aeon Discs being popped, BKBs being popped. The tension is palpable.
It's really happening. Like, it really feels like a game that is going to go to 60 minutes. Eternal Envy queues up the Moon Shard. He's looking to get 7 or 8 slotted before ending this game. This is good shit. There's a DD. Maybe I'm wrong.
This is what I want to see out of my NA Dota. There's no bottle. Where's the bottle?
I think
Ryoya
has it. No?
Oh, all right, he's just going to have to pick it up with his bare hands.
Well, they sold it. Oh,
Will that be the play that comes back to haunt them, that they sold the bottle, Jenkins? This is the kind of wacky game where every little thing matters.
I hope so. I want to see 60 minutes. I don't really care. I just want to... I don't care if it's a comeback.
Those neutral items?
I want to see a comeback from Toobased because comebacks are cool. I want Envy to win because I want Envy to knock out Undying or Zoomers in an unexpected fashion. Like, there's a lot of
grudge
good...
match with
there's
black and yellow?
Yeah, true. But then also you have the Monkeys Forever versus Zoomers grudge match. Like, there's a lot of good storylines that could happen here.
You love to see it. How do you feel about the overwhelming blink that was picked up on Ryoya here? Seen it in a couple fights now.
It's a great stat item to just like he wants the blink to catch the backlines. He needs a blink to catch Phoenix, to catch Lion. Even Annihilate is chilling on the back. That's the first time I've ever called him by his actual in-game name. Denny is a backliner as well, so like you have to kill all of these heroes. So he needs the blink, but he also wants stat items to just survive so Oracle can save him. So it's a solid pickup for sure. You could maybe argue that the hood should be replaced with something else before the overwhelming blink, but it's not like a very good argument. Unless they lose.
Well, yes.
Then it's a great argument.
Monkey's Courier, though, does get taken out as they are just haunting that area over on the side of the little bees here. He's working on trying to get himself an Aghanims. But yeah, the Toobased. They are literally stuck in their base.
Yeah,
So.
they're literally Toobased.
Toobased.
Yeah, not so good.
But they're surviving so far.
Yeah.
They haven't managed. It all comes down to that throne, Jenkins. You can lose all your buildings, but as long as the throne's still up, you still have a fighting chance. Despite the 30k net worth lead at 53 minutes. Okay, I remember you said 62 minutes and 30 something?
32 seconds.
32.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm keeping an eye on this timer.
And
I
Ballista,
remember what the analysts say. And Ballista
on Envy. Yeah. So, yeah. We're getting there. And I'm curious to see what talent Boris goes for, because the Doppelganger cooldown talent is usually what people will go for, especially with an Octarine core build, because you're just unkillable for such a long duration. But I also feel like they need damage. So I could see him going for the crit. He is going for an MKB as well, just to tear through the Terrorblade and the Death Prophet. Like, these heroes have so much effective HP, and it doesn't seem like Toobased has quite enough unless everything goes right for them, which it did in the last fight. But it's not a high likelihood that it's going to go that well again. I mean, that was like 3 Ravages in a row with non-Ravage spells.
My question to you, too, is that we are seeing the MKB that's going to be picked up for the Phantom Lancer. Lena built an MKB very, very early on, and I can see some of our analysts are a little not sold on that specifically. How do you feel about it?
Usually, a lot of the time people pick this Lena mid hero, though, with something like a Phantom Lancer, Sand King offlane. Like, you have a decent amount of damage already, especially between your spells on Lena and like the other heroes on your team. So often people will go BKB. They'll go like Yule's Dragonlance BKB and then into like damage items. But the BKB is just so that you have that really solid mid-game timing where Lena would normally be killable and you'd be able to like shut her down, and you're just unkillable and you do damage with your spells in the mid-game already. So you don't need necessarily the MKB. So, I mean, I'm not a Lena player. I also suck, and Annihilate's way better than me. So maybe I'm wrong, but that would be the argument, I think, against it.
That's fair. All right,
the
assault begins.
You also already have a lot of magic damage on your team too, so maybe you want to go for like a Daedalus instead, if you do want to go in the realm of damage.
Look at the damage coming out here. The jump forward over onto Envy as they go. He's pushing all the way in here. Can they burst down this Aegis fast enough? All right, yes, that's the first life, as the Snapfire kisses have been used. And there's a lot of kisses everywhere here. They're looking for the stun on Envy, not going to be able to quite find it. They have the Lotus. Gonna clean up over on the side. But that,
they're running away. Yes,
that was an efficient strike.
Run away, farm items.
They're coming.
Yes.
They're coming up to those big boy items. You know.
Hell yeah.
Do you feel lucky? Is what I think the frog asks all players as we get closer to that 60-minute mark.
This is what everybody wants to see. Nobody cares at this point. It's all chaos. We don't know who's going to win. 40k gold lead. It really doesn't matter that much at this point, because one person dying that doesn't have buyback and running down in any hero with... You have a PL 35k net worth, okay? I don't care that there's a 40k net worth lead against you. Any hero with 35k net worth can run down mid and throne you. So it's all about buybacks at this point, which presumably with the nerves of TI is why Bumblebees are being so safe. And of course, we get those glorious 60-minute items soon. we may as well wait for those.
Might as well. You know, it's all about entertainment. It's all about, you know, making sure the fans have a good time. And by God, we're having one hell of a time here.
Absolutely. Although there's a few people on the Toobased side that I think are not having that great of a time.
Oh.
Imagine being a...
Look at I Annihilate! What are you doing, friend?
Look at...
Oh my God, he just waltzes right past them. He's gonna probably be able to go cut the wave if he wants.
Well, at least he gets to kill creeps.
He teleports out. Okay, thank God.
5 up is just standing down here like, I can only be here. I exist, and that's it. If I walk out to stun this wave, I mean, it doesn't even push quickly. So what's the point?
The sunray coming out from Empyrean. They get nervous. They're getting twitchy here, Boris. Throwing out some of these lances. Need to go and burst down Envy multiple times, and he's got a very nice kit. Man, this is like the most value lion shard I think I've seen in quite a while. 5 up just continuously removing these. He's gonna go for the mana drain again. Envy has no mana left absolutely at all.
That's a pretty big deal.
Still
He can't
taking
sunder.
down the tower. Yes, indeed. Look for the opening. 5 up, landing that spike here. Oh, but the follow from King out with a beautiful Echo Slam fissure. So they take down 5 up. He's got to buy back Boris, so he's ticking down. He's going to have to buy back as well. These Snapfire Kisses coming in hot. They use the Exorcism. They're going to be able to take down this final tower, perhaps. Over here, they've got to clean up these creeps. They're looking a little vulnerable. Look at that. Look at the range on them. Good God.
Yeah, very value mana drain in this game, but, you know, the problem is the backline Oracle. Like, as much as you kill the illusions, as much as you make it so that Envy is completely out of mana, so he can't sunder, like, we always have to worry about the False Promise coming out. Mu has an Aghanim Scepter at this point.
Oh.
The guy is giving people BKB, 50% uptime, False Promise...
Sarah, I would like you to pay attention to the bottom rune spot and see what has just shown up.
What do we have here? You know what, Envy? You know what would go really well with the double damage? A Ballista. I think that would go very well with the DD. Let's wait on it. Come on. One more minute. 45 seconds. That's all we're asking. Envy,
Lyrical just asked, why does Envy have 8 clarity?
He does have 8 clarity. Oh my God. I mean, he was getting...
Envy Dota. He's thirsty, man.
He was getting quite
He needs
mana
that gamer
drain.
juice. I don't think that's the solution, though.
The solution to mana drain is not to walk away. It's to stand in it with 8 clarities. They are legitimately waiting for the 60-minute items to use the DD. I was joking, but it's actually happening.
Stay hydrated, gamers. That is Envy. 260 of Eternal Envy's 2049 pro games have gone longer than an hour.
Okay, he legitimately did it.
Wind Wake.
Playing for the 60... Oh, Apex.
Okay, we get the Apex Fallen Sky. Force Boots. What else? Give me that pinata of neutral items. I want to see him.
Who does the Fallen Sky go on? Probably King RD on Earthshaker, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Get in there multiple times, blink in, blink out. Yeah, that seems pretty good. And then what else? We have Apex. Obviously, that's going to go on Terrorblade, right?
Seer Stone.
Seer Stone on Moo sounds... Good Lord. How do you...
Look, I don't...
Yeah, Seer Stone on Moo. Look at his blink range. Well, you can't see it, but...
But look at it!
Look at the... Yeah, it doesn't show the blink range for some reason.
They can't get out of their base yet because they can't even go for these neutral items. All right, we're getting the 60-minute mark here. We're getting closer to your timing. Look at what Denny's trying to do, though, here. He is just consistently trying to move around, maybe snipe a courier or two, cut some waves. He's going to have to go home, though.
He's getting the items.
Envy, the fear immediately over here on monkeys. Nice play here. The Ancient, it's exposed. The fortification comes out. Giant's Ring gets found here. I'm going to try to follow up at Envy with the BKB. Though it's going down to these ghosts. King RD waiting patiently, looking for that opportunity to get in. They want to finish off this Rax. Again, they'll find Envy, followed up with the Sunray. Can they blow him up in time?
He's dead!
He's dead! They managed to kill Envy! The jump in over here, coming out, trying trying to do anything he can, but the egg, it should pop. It should be able to freeze him into place here, even with the BKB egg coming out, though they have the false promise to save just enough time here. He's going to try to teleport out. They're not going to be able to slow him down.
The throne.
The throne is exposed. Boris trying everything he can to just push away, chip down. He has a giant swing. He's a giant cat man. This is truly anime Dota at its finest right now.
The illusions are huge too. What?
They're massive.
Wait,
My poor computer.
There's no. Did they get the giant ring buff? No way they do it.
No. I don't know, dude. I don't think they can't work on illusions, right?
Let's see.
Ballista on Lena.
Oh boy.
Oh baby, she's got a divine rapier queued up.
They can legit win with Ballista because we saw this before in I think it was Quincy Cruver. I think it was
MSS who had the
yeah, they're pushing
Wyvern, right?
Yeah, he's pushing Envy away off the throne.
Oh my god.
Is it gonna happen again?
I don't know, but like I said, this is the most anime of Dota 2 games here. I annihilate. Send in the courier. He did it. He does the big boy move. He buys that rapier. With the ballista, oh dear God! Look at the range. Look at the damage. This is
what
insane.
Am I watching?
This is Dota 2 in 2021, Jenkins.
He can throne them from his own throne. He can simultaneously defend while sieging the enemy throne.
It's all coming down now. Protect, I annihilate. So you've got the PL who is just hanging back here. Boris continuing to hit all of these ancients. Gets a Desolator now. The fight, though, breaking out in the mid lane. Monkeys forever. He's silenced up. There's so much damage. He is going to fall. He does buy back immediately here as Boris jumping into the middle of this fight. Has the Aeon Disc. It's going to proc. There's just so much damage coming out here. Zaya Annihilate trying to stay over onto the back lines here. The Echo Slam coming through. Boris, he's down for 125 seconds. No buyback. Yoya now, though, over here on the side. He's trying. They managed to go. They land up the stun. They've got the egg. They've got the sunray. Can they do it? Can they keep Envy down? It's not looking like it's going to be enough. Envy, he's still alive and kicking. They follow up with the fissure. The buyback's coming out now as the Phoenix getting back into the fight. This is it.
Envy's
this
dead.
is the fight that's going to determine so much as they do manage to take down Eternal Envy. They're going after Mr. King as well. Hazer getting picked up now. 5-5 up. Gets held into place, so it's not going to matter. Oh no, I annihilate. He's a little piggy. He's being held into place. He can't afford to go down. He will. He'll fall. He is slain as Monkeys Forever is next on the hit list. The GG gets called. It was one hell of a game. 64 minutes and 19 seconds here. The Eternal MBs, the Bumblebees are stinging back.
Yeah, that is exactly what we hoped for with this series. That is exactly it. I mean, you know, yeah, it's just in the script.